All right, background to our number of the day. U.S. President Donald Trump is expected to announce this evening, South African time, that he is pulling out of the nuclear deal with Iran or not renewing it. That's despite alternative advice from European officials and even the United Nations. The deal, of course, saw economic sanctions against Iran being lifted in exchange for Iran agreeing to halt its nuclear ambitions. Now, if President Trump decides not to renew the deal, which is running out, then the sanctions against Iran will automatically kick in once again. This has major implications for the market. So the number of the day is our own rand prior to Trump's decision. So let's take a look at it, reaching 12.70 today. The rand has been weakening, of course, this week in response to those market jitters. It hit 12.76 earlier, and that was its worst level this year. Today, 12.70, so still around that level. It could weaken further when the actual news comes in, and not a given though, because Trump's attitude has been factored in by market players already. They always say that, and sometimes we see a big fallout nonetheless. Currently, the rand seems to be reacting, it must be said, purely in opposition to the dollar. The dollar is seen as a safe bet, so investors have been moving back into that greenback and dumping perceived riskier assets like our own currency. Before the Ramaphosa rally, as it was called, the rand, remember, was well above 13 rand to the dollar, so much weaker than it is now. But the question is, will it weaken to those levels once more and wipe out all the positive sentiment about local political changes? Will the global factors trump local? Oil prices also affected. They reached three-year highs. Iran, a major player in the oil market, and reduced production from that country could affect supply, which pushes up prices. That could mean higher fuel prices for us and overall higher inflation in South Africa. So right now, this is what we're watching. We'll see the reaction at about 8 o'clock our time, 6 p.m. GMT. That's when the decision is, and we'll follow that for you.